Hey guys, Rick Stone here from the blog Our Stony Acres and the Online Gardening School. Welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, my video series where I try and give you a valuable gardening tip in 5 minutes or less. Before we get started this week, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you like my Stony Acres Facebook page. Okay, it's spring. We're outside. It's raining. I thought I was going to be able to get this video filmed in between rainstorms. Didn't happen. Got to get it done, get it out to you guys. So we're here in the garden. You can see not a lot going on in the garden. We've got some stuff growing in the cold frames, and we did get our peas planted this week, which is awesome. We got it in just before this rain started a couple of days ago. And so today I thought I would talk a little bit more about planting peas, and in particular about whether or not you should soak your peas overnight in water before you plant them. So I get this question quite often on my blog as to whether or not you should soak your peas. And it comes of one of two forms. Either, does it really help? Should I really bother doing it? The answer to that question is yes. Or I'll get the other question, which is, I just read that I needed to soak my peas and I didn't do it and I've already planted them. Should I dig them up and replant them after I've soaked them? The answer to that question is no, you shouldn't. So the science on whether or not soaking your peas before you plant them is really kind of out. We talked about this quite a bit in my Master Gardener course, and there's been some studies done by some of the agricultural colleges, and really they weren't able to come up with a determination as to whether or not it helps. So it's really just experience by gardeners. And I feel like in my 20 years of growing peas that it does help. Not a ton, but it does give me a few days extra head start. And there have been years where part of my peas got planted and they were soaked, and I ended up needing a few more seeds and I didn't soak those, and the germination rate seemed to be better for those that had been soaked. So I think you should soak your peas, but it's really not the end of the world. If you don't soak them, they just may germinate a little bit slower than they would otherwise. So that's my opinion. So let's talk about how you do it. Real simple. All you need to do is just put your peas in a container. Now, sometimes peas have been treated with an inoculant or something like that, so don't use a cereal bowl, okay? Use something that you're not going to be eating out of, and then just cover those pea seeds with water, maybe a ½ inch over where the level was, and then let them soak. And you want to let them soak overnight. Probably about 12 hours is good enough. You could go as long as 24 if you needed to, but don't let it go any longer than that, because then you're going to risk some of those pea seeds actually starting to sprout, and you don't want that to happen either. So here's a cutaway. This is an after shot. These peas actually got to soak for about 15 hours before we planted them, and you can see, look how much water those peas have taken in. And that's the idea and the concept behind actually soaking your seeds, is they pull in the water before you plant them, and so they don't have to sit in the ground and pull that water in from the soil. Instead, they already have the water they need and kind of the spark to get them germinating quickly. So yes, I think you should soak your peas overnight before you plant them. And like I say, we got ours in about 2 days ago, just before this rain started. So we're excited about that. Hopefully we'll start to see them germinating here in about a week to 10 days, depending on what this weather does. We're here and maybe we might get some snow. So get your peas in. If you live in zones 5, 6, or 7, right now is the time to get them planted. Those of you in a little bit colder areas, you're probably going to wait another 3 or 4 weeks before you get your peas planted. But get them in now and soak them before you do it. All right, that's all I have for this week. Everybody have a fantastic week. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Stony Acres Facebook page. Everybody have a fantastic week. Happy gardening.